So Laura, what do you say to people who just say that this river behind us is okay?
Just okay isn't enough for Seguin. Seguin deserves a lot better than this.
Hi, welcome to Dock Talk. This is Hunter Crone, Frank Baker with the Lakefront Group, and I am very excited to introduce Laura Wooley, who is a repeat client of the Lakefront Group. And we brought you here today to talk about the economic impact of this lake and why we should vote for bringing this lake back.
Okay, I think I can speak to that. We bought our first one in 2016 and then have bought several since, and we bought it for the investment perspective. We wanted it to grow in value over time. We wanted to have a spot for our family to go to make memories, and when we aren't at our lake house, we wanted to be able to rent it as a short-term rental. And what we've seen since the water went down is, number one, we don't go out there, so we're not making memories as a family. It used to be that when we would come out as a family, we have 9-year-old twins, and they would get on their bathing suits as soon as we got here, and they'd go out to the dock and they'd just run off, and our dogs would chase them and snip at them, trying to save them from the water, and they'd play on the lily pad, and I'd get up in the morning and I'd actually float in the water and drink my coffee. It was fabulous. And now I go out there, I don't even wear a bathing suit. I don't want to get in the water. I have weeds growing up on my riverbank. I've got algae. I've got tree stumps. I have a tree that fell last week. You see all the trash coming up. The water isn't moving very well. It's totally different, and it's not something that I want to spend my weekend doing. From an economic standpoint, we're making way less. The demand is down significantly. I would say 50%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, our rates are down, our occupancy is down, and it used to be our guests would come and they would stay and they would play and they would never leave. They were buying their groceries in Seguin, they were buying their alcohol in Seguin, they were going out to eat in Seguin. And nowadays they're asking me, well, we're gonna go tube in New Braunfels. The water's in New Braunfels. What can we do in New Braunfels? And it makes me sad because Seguin is such a sweet town, and there's such growth and development, and this lake, this river is so important to that. And without the lake and the draw of people coming and staying and spending their money here, I question how it's going to affect the future of Seguin and the money that we have to make Seguin the beautiful city more so than what it already is.
Yeah, definitely Meadow Lake enhances Seguin for sure, along with the other two lakes that are in this immediate area. But Meadow Lake and Lake Seguin and Lake Placid are on the tourism brochures for marketing for this city of Seguin. So it's a major impact when these lakes are affected by the water flow. So I think it's very important that we get this lake back.
I agree.
Yeah, because again, you bought multiple homes through us, and when y'all are out on that lily pad, it's the pad that floats on the water. This guy splashes y'all
Yes.
when he goes by wakeboarding,
Yes.
and that's a fun memory, you know? That whole community aspect of being out and meeting your lake neighbors and hanging out with your lake neighbors, it goes away when the lake goes away. So you use it as an investment, but the real draw, I mean, anything, you could buy a duplex for an investment. You bought a lake house for the memories.
Yeah, what would you say to those naysayers though, that, I mean, they're looking at you and like, yeah, you're making money off this lake, you're investing in it and all this. What about the homeowners that aren't necessarily doing that, you know, they're just looking at their taxes going up?
Sure. Your taxes increase a little bit. Your property value increases significantly more to offset that. But you've got to think about your community as a whole, and the people that are coming to this community because of the lake are buying beer at the Pick and Pack, and they're buying their fishing rods at Walmart, and they're buying their groceries at H-E-B, and they're eating at the Burnt Bean and Schulte's Pit Room, and they're spending their money here. And that is an investment in the future of our beautiful city.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, we need to keep these restaurants alive. I mean, Seguin historically has a hard time supporting a lot of nice restaurants, and now we have, like you said, the Burnt Bean, A-Tan,
Pecan Town Books and Brew.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we need tourist attractions such as Meadow Lake to draw those people in.
To keep them here instead of going to New Braunfels.
And all these little intricate pieces of the puzzle to make the economic development and growth of Seguin continue we need this lake as a part of it. It's a big part of it.
Just okay isn't enough for Seguin. Seguin deserves a lot better than this.
And that's a huge reason why the city of Seguin is offering $5 million towards this lake. They see it, you see it, we want you to see it, and we want you to vote for A, B, and C on November 7th.